What's up, y'all? It's your fave Beyonce cousin, and I'm back with another video. Whether you are new or returning, thank you so much for choosing my video to watch. You are greatly appreciated. As you can tell by the title of this video, we're going to be doing a full prep routine. Yes, that includes shaping and filing as well. A full tutorial from start to finish. Grab your notebooks, patience, and pens. Grab your practice hand model. You can even use your own hand, and let's lock in. The first thing we're going to be doing is clipping the natural nails down. Oh yeah, as a full disclaimer, Handisha, my trusty practice hand, will be helping us demonstrate today. Even though Handisha is in fact not real, I will be using the correct terminology as if she was. Now that we got that out of the way, go ahead and clip the natural nails down, and we're going to be moving on to removing the shine from the natural nail, lightly going over the nail plate, not using too much pressure, not digging in the nail, not having the e-file at an angle and causing rings of fire, lightly going over the nail plate. You might not get every single shiny spot, but for the most part, the shine will be removed. I'm using a 240 grit sanding band, by the way. I alternate between 180 and 240, and yeah, that's that. Now we're going to be moving on to the nail tips. It is important that you are sizing them correctly and making sure that you are having the nail tips fit sidewall to sidewall. If anything, you can also just size them a bit bigger and file them down. Smaller nail tips is just not an option. They will pop off every single time. I'm telling you, 99% of the time they just be fitting sidewall to sidewall. Moving on to filing. When you are filing, make sure you have that nail file right up against that nail. No gaps. You see how it is right there? There are no gaps whatsoever, or it's going to come out a bit misconfigured. It's going to be weird shaped. It's going to be so weird shaped. So make sure it is right up against that nail. It's no gaps, and you're filing up and down. Now, with the square shape, I tend to not want to touch the free edge as much as possible, and I try to create that square free edge just by using the scissors alone. So you see me going in and fixing it up with the scissors so I don't have to touch the file, but I did kind of distort the free edges a tad bit, but that's okay. That's why you have a file. Just crisp it up with the file, applying light pressure on both sides. That shape will come out crisp every single time. Now, with this C-curve / duck situation that I had going on here, I am going to be doing it from scratch. You do not have to do it from scratch. Let me give you a tip. Go ahead and take the nail tip right out of the box, flip it upside down, and use that curve that is at the top of the nail tip as your C-curve duck tip. Doing it from scratch, it may take a longer time than usual. If you don't mind, that's okay. Don't apply too much pressure on one side. Make sure you're using light strokes to create that nice curved shape. Pay attention and go back and forth. You can take it slow and do what you have to do. As you can see, both the square and the duck shape are done. We're going to move on to the stiletto. Now for the stiletto, you want to cut it down to the desired length. You always want to start with your scissors straight up and down in the middle of the nail and angle it to the left. Cut at that angle. As for the right side, start with the scissors straight up and down and angle it to the right and just cut at that angle as well. These tips were kind of messing with me. They did not want to stick. I don't know what the problem was, but hey, we got it figured out. And that's what we have a file for, essentially. So even if you don't get that perfect stiletto shape right off the back, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It just depends on the circumstances. For filing the stiletto shape, you want to make sure that it is right up against that nail, just as you're doing a square shape. But the difference is there might be a slight gap due to the nail going inward, like a triangle at the end. What you can do to prevent that, hold that nail tip right up against that file, just like I did, and it's going to get it crisp every single time. We're gonna move on to the next step. This is completely optional. Sometimes I do this, sometimes I do not, but I see this is highly requested. Lightly go over where the natural nail and the nail tip meet and blend the nail tip into the natural nail, and you're going to etch the nail tip as well. Not too much pressure. Like I said, this is completely optional. You do not have to do this. You can skip straight to dehydrator and primer if you would like to. I know some people really they use this step, so why not include it? As you can see, everything is ready to go. I'll prep for dehydrating and primer. The tip is blended, the tip is etched, the nail plate has the shine removed. We're essentially ready to go. Everything is crisp and ready to go. Go ahead and give it a thorough dust down. I like to make sure that everything is removed, and then I'm going to go in with 70% alcohol and use a brush as well, just to give it even more of a dust dust down. Remove all that dust. You don't want your application to lift. That'll be the worst thing right there. And it will lift. If any dust, debris is under it, it will essentially pop off, lift, all those issues. We do not need those. We're trying to create long-lasting sets. Nails are dehydrated. Nails are ready to go. Dusted down, perfect shape. Let's get into dehydrator. You're gonna take your dehydrator. You don't need too much on the brush, and then I'm only putting it on the nail plate, not touching the cuticles, not touching the sidewall. I will occasionally go right over where the nail tip and the natural nail meets, but that's just my preference. You do not have to do that. If you can look really closely, you will see that the dehydrator is dehydrating the nail. It's drying up. It's to look just like that. If you haven't left any oils or shine on the natural nail. Going in with primer, I like to go ahead and get all up in those crevices, making sure that I'm not touching any skin whatsoever. Again, you do not have to touch where the natural nail and the nail tip meets. That is just my personal preference. We are all primed and ready to go for application. You can go right in with application here. We are going to go ahead and wrap this video up. If you haven't already, please make sure you are liking and subscribing so I can create more videos like this. If you have any suggestions on what you would like to see or have any more questions in regards to my prep routine or your prep routine or anything involving prep, go ahead and leave those down below. If you're interested in any of the products I use to create my prep routine, be sure to check the description. I will leave my link tree down below. Everything is linked to my Amazon storefront. Go ahead and connect with me on other platforms. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next video.